Hey guys, what's going on? Super Cool Isaac here, bringing you guys the Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary here today. And before we get into the topic, I kind of wanted to briefly run over the gameplay in the background. It's kind of an old one. It's from, I think, August or maybe even July. But I believe it's 86 and 6 with the FAL. I didn't have stock unlocked yet, so I think it's just quick draw, red dot, and then the streaks were UAV, Hellstorm, Lightning. And one thing that I do in this game a lot that I've never really kind of talked about is using the Hellstorm and Lightning Strike together to kind of manipulate spawn. To see a few times where I'm sitting on A and the enemy team will have flipped to C, and I'll just sit there on A and Lightning Strike and then Hellstorm C and make them spawn right back at A again, and then you get the streaks, do it again, and just continuously do that. It's kind of like a one-man spawn trap in a way, but it requires you to have a 3-cap going, which you can't always do, and it only works on certain maps. Like this is a prime example where it's either you spawn on one side or you spawn on the other, so just keep that in mind. Try that out if you have not before. The other thing is obviously using the Lightning Strike first to kind of pick people off. You can kind of drop it in 3 different spots, whatever. Try and kill as many of the other enemy team as you can, and then call in the Hellstorm missile maybe like 1 to 2 seconds afterwards, and try and hit them all again right off spawn. There is no spawn protection from streaks like there was in, I think, Modern Warfare 3. I think that's what it was, where you didn't really take much damage from streaks for the first 2 or 3 seconds, but in this game, as soon as they're spawned back in, you can bomb the heck out of them with the Hellstorm and cluster it and kill 3, 4, 5 guys sometimes. So let's get into the topic. I'm not sure how much time I've got in this video, so I'll try and keep it relatively quick. This has been gone over a few times, and it's just, can CoD be killed, I guess, air quotes. And I just want to talk about in relation to the big, what I consider to be the big 3 games. It's big 3 competitors, I guess, which is GTA5, which just came out, which everybody's hyped up a lot, and I actually bought. Battlefield 4 for obviously Xbox One or whatever, and then what was it? Titanfall in the spring. And I kind of wanted to go over what I think of each of those games and if I think that any of them can really compete with CoD. Short answer, I guess, for all of them is no. At least in the short term, I don't think that any of them are nearly big enough to take down CoD this year with Ghosts. Maybe next year when they come around to whatever it'll be, Black Ops 3 or whatever the new game will be. But I don't think so. Just disclaimer: obviously Battlefield 4 and Titanfall are not out, so this is just purely my opinion. I'm speculating. I don't know everything about the game. I haven't played them. I don't know how this is all going to pan out, but this is just what I think will happen. Start with GTA 5, I guess. The big reason why I don't think it has a shot. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and another disclaimer. I've never played a Grand Theft Auto game before in my life, so I don't know how the multiplayer is going to turn out. I don't know how fun it is. I have no clue what it's like. But just from the single player alone, no chance. I have friends that have played it for 4 or 5 days, beat it, and they put the game down, and they're like, alright, what do I do now? Apparently there's not a whole lot to do as far as endgame stuff. Once you're done, you just kind of roam around and mess around and have fun. I think it was a really big mistake on Rockstar's part to lock the online content. It was locked from whenever the game came out. It was like the 15th, or I don't know when the game came out. It was about a week ago. But they locked the online content until, I believe, October 1st. So for the first 2 weeks or so of the game, you're stuck to strictly single-player content, which I think was a very, very, very big mistake if they want the game to last. Because I know a number of people, actually, who either got the game off GameFly or they bought the game and they beat the single-player and they're like, alright, I'm done. So they went back and either just returned it back to GameFly or they just sold the game back to GameStop, or they gave it to a friend or something, and they're just done with it. I think that's going to hurt in the long run. I think right now there's tons of people that obviously like the game. It broke all kinds of sales records. I think it outsold Black Ops 2 for the first week. It outsold what Black Ops 2 did in the first week in the first like 2 or 3 days, which was by far like a massive record. They broke like $1 billion in sales in the first 3 days, I think, which is insane. But I don't see that happening. At least for this gen, especially with GTA 5 being a current gen release, and then Ghost going to next gen as well. I don't think it has a chance, to be completely honest. I think as soon as Ghost comes around, everybody's going to drop GTA 5, or most people will, and they'll go right back to Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever. Battlefield, I don't know. I just don't feel like Battlefield really has it. I don't know what it is. It doesn't have that same fast-paced, non-stop action. There's no streaks. Obviously, I like the fact there's no streaks. I like the fact that Call of Duty and Battlefield are different. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't feel as rewarding for going on long tears. I like having, obviously everybody likes having, like, you get a kill streak or whatever, you kill 10 guys in a row, you get something for it. Even if it's just a medal, you get something. Battlefield will be, I think it's supporting like a lot bigger player size. I think it's 16 versus 16, maybe it's 32 versus 32, I don't remember, but that should help a lot. But the problem is it's a very team-oriented game. You can kind of lone wolf it, you can go in with like squads of like whatever it is, 4 or 5 guys, and you can, with one squad, you can pretty much single-handedly win the game. But usually that's not the case. Usually, if your team is not coordinated whatsoever and you're going up against somebody who's at least somewhat coordinated, even if they're not the greatest players, they will dominate you. And I don't know if you've really played online recently, but most people aren't really into the whole team communication, play the objective, all that stuff. People are flying jets into mountains and suicide bombing and laying prone in the grass with a sniper and stuff like that, and that stuff all hurts Battlefield. And I don't know if it's necessarily Battlefield's fault. I think it's just more so the community. And not that I won't think it'll be a fun game. I guarantee you that. But I don't think that it can do enough, at least in this year, to take away from COD's popularity, I guess. On to Titanfall. I think Titanfall has a chance. Only for this reason. For the fact that it does not release at the same time as COD or Battlefield or any of these big games. I think that it's far enough away where people will start to kind of be like, okay, what is it? I think it's like March that the game comes out. Okay, yeah, we've played COD for 4 months, 5 months, played Battlefield for a few months. We're kind of starting to need to switch it up a little bit. You get Titanfall, and then there, as far as I know, there's nothing else really big up through summer, back through fall again, maybe. I don't know when Halo 5 will be. I'm sure that'll be somewhere around either spring or maybe even next fall. I'm not sure, but that could challenge it. But there's nothing really there for that entire 6-month window. And the 6-month window is still enough where people could still be playing Titanfall by the time the next COD comes around, or whenever that'll be. It'll be about 6 months. And that may take away from their sales a little bit more, and it may keep kind of cycling like that to enough where maybe they could release around the same time and kind of steal some of COD's thunder. But I don't think that it'll happen in the next year, to say the least. So let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously, I only went over the 3 major games. I'm sure there'll be a few more that'll kind of challenge, contend a little bit, Homefront, whatever. I'm sure there are a few more. But let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a like. It really does help out the video. If you did enjoy it. If you didn't, then by all means, dislike it. Let me know what you thought, what I can do to improve. But hopefully you guys have a nice day. Talk to you guys a little later. Bye-bye.